All right, hey guys, OFD checking in here on a Saturday morning, and today I'm really excited to be bringing you the Tudor Pelagos. I don't have the actual reference number on this one for you guys, but I'll leave it down below in the description. This watch is on loan from Chris Marshall at Marshall Time. He lent this watch into the channel. He's actually has my Black Bay Heritage red model. He's going to post a review, so keep a lookout for that. But I wanted to check out the Pelagos. I think this is just a really, really good looking watch, and probably the best tool watch that Tudor has out there right now. I love the black bays, but the polishing on the case and whatnot makes them, I think, just a little bit more of a luxurious feeling watch, whereas the Pelagos, this one here, just feels like a work watch and something that can get it really done. So getting into the quick dimensions on this watch, this comes in a 42mm case from side to side, not including the crown guards, which this watch does have. You've got 50mm from lug tip to lug tip. Comes in a thickness of 14mm at the top of the crystal on the watch, and you have a 22mm lug opening. Now, if you guys are not familiar with the Pelagos, this entire watch, the bracelet, everything, the case and everything is done in titanium. That is why you've got this kind of grayish color to it. I'm sure if you're familiar with the Tudor watches, you know that. But it really makes for a great feeling watch as far as the weight goes. Now, a lot of times I know people have a problem with titanium in a luxury watch because I guess they say it doesn't retain that feel, that heft that you'd have in a luxury watch. But this watch really does have that heft and that feel to it, even though it's in a titanium case. Beautiful snowflake hands on this watch, beautifully done. You can see the square indices on this watch as opposed to the traditional Black Bay. They have the round indices all the way around, but you do have the snowflake hour hand and the seconds hand down there. Now, this is a newer model, so this is going to be the 4-line version, as they call it. As you can see, just above the 6 o'clock position, you have 4 lines of text besides the name, the Pelagos there. So you actually have 5 lines of text. You have the Pelagos, the chronometer, officially certified rotor self-winding, and the 500 meters or 1,640 feet. Up at the top, you have the Tudor Shield, the Tudor, and the Genevieve, just below 12 o'clock. This watch is running the Tudor in-house MT5612 movement. That is a collaboration between Tudor and Breitling. They've been putting these movements together, and they actually use them in a number of different watches. 70-hour power reserve on this watch. Hacking and hand windable. Of course, you do get the option of that date window, or not an option, but they come with that date window there at the 3 o'clock position. Now, being that this is a 500-meter diver, when I turn it on the side, you guys can see it does have a automatic helium release valve on there. It actually says it right there on the valve itself. See if we can zoom in and read it, but it just... it's probably going to be, there it is. There's the helium escape valve or the gas escape valve there on the side. You can see the case is very just industrial. Nothing really fancy done to it. This is just a simple brushed case. You do have that nice beveled edge that you get on the Tudors, but it's not polished up and really shiny because, like I said, this is more of a work watch. Now, the bezel insert on this watch is ceramic and it's all lumed. I actually wore this watch to bed last night. It blew me away how bright the lume is on the watch. Heavily applied, as usual. We'll go at the lume shot here on the channel. You do have a crown guard on this watch, which on the black base you don't. The crown guard does have the Tudor shield there, as you can see, and it's just a clean watch. Very light overall because of the titanium construction, but like I said, it's not a lightness that makes the watch feel cheap or anything like that. Looking at the clasp, this again is titanium, so every piece that you see on this watch is titanium. Safety fold over, and this one does have the adjustable clasp on it. You simply pull down on the strap and you can adjust it right there. It's pretty neat feature, so you can actually move it out a few positions during the day. If you're getting hot and you're kind of swelling or anything like that, you can change that out pretty darn easily. So 120 click bezel. Actually, these are 60 clicks. Sorry, I always say that on these, but they're 60 click. And I prefer a 60 click bezel. I don't really understand the need for 120 click bezel. And like most Tudors, probably some of the best bezel action I've ever dealt with in the industry or dealing with watches at all. I look at so many different watches, and I have to say that the Tudors really have a special bezel feel to them. Guys, I'm going to leave a couple of links down below where you can pick up a Tudor Pelagos if you're interested. They also have a blue dial version available of this watch, and they have the LHD, which is the left-hand drive. It has the crown over here on the left side of the watch. Absolutely stunning watches. These are going to set you back about $4,400, excuse me, dollars. I'll try to find some cheaper links or less expensive links down below and leave those for you. But let's go ahead and pause the camera and let's get this beautiful watch on my 7-inch wrist. All right, so the standard size on the Tudor Black Bay Red that I have is a 41 millimeter. This comes at a 42. So 42, as you guys, I've said it a million times, is a real sweet spot for me. The watch fits extremely well, especially with that lug-to-lug of 50 millimeters. The titanium makes the watch wear extremely well. Once titanium warms up to your skin, it feels really, really nice. I mean, this watch kind of just melts onto the wrist and disappears once you've been wearing it for a while. You don't get that heavy weight when you're wearing it of it maybe pressing down on your skin like that, just because the watch is balanced out so well. Very amazing and beautiful watch. Thanks, Chris, for loaning this into the channel. Let's go ahead and shut the lights, dim the lights down, and get that lume shot. Well, this is kind of what I was talking about. All I did was dim the lights, and you guys can see, just without even hitting it with the flashlight, how this watch is going to glow. It was like this all night long. It just really has the lume heavily applied, so the watch is going to be an absolute stunner in the water or just wearing it at night. So just hitting it with just a little bit of light, you guys can see, I mean, it's pretty impressive the way this watch glows. Tudor, of course, being one of those Swiss heritage brands, you wouldn't expect any less. Just incredibly well done. That ceramic bezel insert. And it's a brushed ceramic bezel insert, but the lume is applied heavily, and it just adds to this tool watch feel you get with the Tudor Pelagos. So, all right, guys, like I said, Chris, thank you for loaning this watch into the OFD channel. Been an absolutely awesome watch to have and to enjoy. And thank you for that. If you guys like the video, give me a thumbs up down there at the bottom. And if you've not subscribed to the OFD channel yet, please do. Please do. All right, thanks, guys.